you have to have it facing south because that's when facing the equator, and then you put an object down here, so then the sun goes through here, and then it passes through it and it hits the object, and then it heats it up.
That we made, and it has black paper to absorb the heat, and it has saran wrap to trap the heat, and it has tin foil to reflect it, and we got some chocolate to melt, but we couldn't get our marshmallow too. So red is positive to
and then black goes on the strings. And you can hear the radio. It's speaking because the solar panel is collecting heat, which collects energy, which makes the radio work. But the radio doesn't have any batteries. The battery is basically the solar panel.
Pretty cool, huh?
So they're just using the sunlight to get that radio.
Red is positive and black is negative.
And we don't have a lot of sunlight today.
get those ones out and they can print
Okay, so they're gonna unhook it and you're gonna get a chance to try to do it.
Usually you can use this one.
See if you guys can figure out how to hook it up and get it to work.
Okay, so the red goes on the little circle, not the springs. The black goes on the springs. It only works if the
So the black was on. Yeah, you could do what? Black. The blacks go on the spring, and then the red goes.
So you have to scooch this over to where it's on the circle.
Here, like this.
Yep, like that. And then the other red goes on the circle. Then the other black goes on the spring. Trying this.
Is that? Cooper. That's a good radio. Alright, so you have the red and then the black.
This special solar structure is made with series of metal hoops covered by 2 layers of plastic, which is the white stuff, and then there's metal bars covering it to help it stay up. Sunlight passes through the plastic and heats the air and soil inside, allowing gardeners to double the length of the growing season for crops like tomatoes, strawberries, lettuce, and spinach. So you can't grow anything outside in January. You have to have a hoop house, which lets the sun in, but lets some cold air in and some hot air in.
And we have some
Insulates the roof of the hoop house so the heat will not escape. The hoop house is built on the south side of the building because the sun is always towards the south. The equator is the south of us. There is no trees covering the sun. That's why there's white, because if it's black, the black will just absorb the heat. So it's white because it passes through it.
like a trapezoid so that the big side of the shape is facing south to collect the sunlight. Sunlight passes through the windows and strikes the either plaster straw bale wall, the cement floor, or the dry wall. Each of these three surfaces is a thermal mass capable of holding the sunlight or sun's heat. The conference room also contains a trombone wall. Inside it's stone, and all these are all fake windows so that the sun can pass through, and then it's black in there, and it like absorbs it, and then it gets even hotter in there, and then it was like set at 65, and it was 68 in there from just the solar.
And if it gets below that, the heat inside the closet that we're gonna go, it travels heat through the pipe, and then brings heat up above the 60 mark.
Here we have fake windows. Notice the black copper. Copper is a conductor. The color black absorbs all the sun's light waves. Sunlight passes through the glass and strikes the copper. The wall is 10 inches thick, which allows the heat from the sun to be transferred to the inside of the building through the rocks on the other side.
One collector contains tiny black tubes filled with antifreeze liquid that gets really hot.
And that's that one over there. You can see that one. It's raised off the roof a little bit, so you can see those solar panels.
There's one like over here. These collectors heat three 500-gallon storage tanks with water, which hold the solar heat. We will be seeing these next. On Monday, the temperature of the antifreeze in the solar collectors was 90 to 98 degrees. The temperature outside was 14 degrees. The other solar collector was 3 kW PV electric array.
The antifreeze is heating the solar collector on the roof. It's in transfer switches that contain the water. The water is heated by antifreeze on Monday. The temperature of the water was 93 degrees. There are 3 tanks and each contain 50 gallons of water. 500 gallons of water. The heated water is used to heat the willows. The room's thermostat calls for heat. Hot water is pumped through the cement floor. So right now, when you guys are right here, there's pipes underneath you that have the hot water and makes the heat.
Yeah, these pipes go underground to heat the building
And
when
it's
it goes below.
big black ones that we could see on the roof that it sends water through and then it goes into the big tanks.
It goes into the pipes, and that's it.
Okay? On the roof, collect solar energy and transfer it into electricity energy. In the closet ladder's record of energy protect CO2, a greenhouse gas, emits and saves. These are the ones that you couldn't see. It sends electricity, and in the summer when we don't use the wheels that much, it sends back to like this Lapeer place, and then we get that taken off our bill, like our
Electric bill.
We get money from our electricity.
In the building where the chickens were, that's like the most heated place because the sun goes through the glass and it heats up the ground.